our first guest. He makes us want to stand up and sing. He is a Broadway sensation known for his powerful baritone voice with a multimedia career spanning more than 3 decades.
Tony-nominated actor Norm Lewis has dazzled audiences with his roles in iconic musicals such as, Les Mis, Phantom, The Little Mermaid, just to name a few.
And with talent extending beyond the stage to film and into television, he has become a beloved fixture in the entertainment world.
Now he's set to perform his first ever non-holiday engagement, debuting an all-new show at 54 Below. You don't want to miss it.
I don't want to miss it. Okay, so without any further ado, joining us this morning on the show is the one and only Norm Lewis. Phantom, how fitting.
Very.
How are you? Good to see you.
Oh, it's so great to see you.
Hi.
Wonderful to see you.
Listen to this, just the speaking voice alone. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
That is if dare I say.
Away from the darkness.
Wow, that's fantastic.
I love that. I was so sad to see it go off, but it'll be back. I hope. Anyway,
Yeah, I hope so too.
First and foremost, these are for you.
Oh, yes.
Oh, thank you.
Happy belated.
Thank you.
Happy
We heard
belated
you just had a birthday.
Is anyone going to sing for me? Or?
Well,
We will get
I don't
fined.
know.
Okay.
It's the licensing fees, you know.
that's
We
true.
get.
It's going to be the
That's
sound of
true.
people changing the channel, and all these guys here don't want to hear me sing any more than I already do on a daily basis. You are a Broadway star. You're a star, period, full stop. But the voice, I just talked about the speaking voice. You're known for this iconic range. Was it always like that, or did you just always have this voice that was like, whoa?
I just love singing. I mean, I
Okay.
grew up in the church, and sometimes you had to sing a bass part, a baritone part, or a tenor part sometimes, and you just picked and choose.
But not everybody can do that.
Right.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm blessed and lucky. I've been honing it ever since I found out that I could sing. And, over the years, I've developed it a little bit more, and people want to, they ask, are you a baritone or a tenor? I say, well, what note do you want? And
Oh, my
let's see if
God.
we can hit, we'll see if we can hit it. We'll see if we
If
can hit
only
it.
we could. I'm sorry. I'm just imagining you as a toddler with parentals saying, "Hey, baby," and you being like, "Hi, mommy."
Oh, Mom, yeah.
I love it so much.
Scary.
You've been nominated for a Tony.
Yeah.
For Porgy and Bess.
Right.
That is pretty historical.
Yes,
Right?
yeah.
Wonderful to see it.
It was
on
a
the
great
big-
cast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on the big
Audrey
Broadway.
McDonald was in the show. She won the Tony.
Sure. Yes.
I think she and I will share it because it was Porgy and Bess. I'm just kidding.
It's 50% yours.
But we actually won a Tony for the best revival that year too. So
Yeah.
very happy and proud of that.
And also, that's the first Black Phantom.
Yeah.
On Broadway.
On Broadway.
Yeah, so I stand on the shoulders of Mr. Robert Guillaume, who's no longer with us, but he did it in Los Angeles at the Amundsen. And so that aspect of it really gave me hope that I could do it because I saw someone who looked like me.
Had you been shut out of roles because of your race or because of how you looked?
I've been asked that before. I'm not sure. All I know is that I came into this business in a different way. I didn't go to school for it. Went to school for business. I worked in advertising for a newspaper for a while. I know it's a long story.
Shout out to the Orlando Sentinel.
Orlando Sentinel.
Come on.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
That means our next career is on Broadway, Mighty
That's
Soul.
it. That's it.
Oh my gosh.
But get into
and
this,
so
yeah.
I basically, it was one of those things where I just kind of learned on the go, and I came to New York and I started studying, but I also was auditioning, and I just went for everything. So I'm not sure if I was not hired because of that, because unless they specifically asked for blonde hair and blue eyes, I showed up. And sometimes I got a job because of that.
Interesting. And you'll never know, and you're none the wiser because
Yeah.
you have been so incredibly, and continue to be so incredibly successful.
Regardless of anything, such a storied career that has spanned across multiple forms of media. And you mentioned you were in business school, you did advertising, the Sentinel, worked in the newspaper. When you were young, what was the life that you imagined? Was it this?
No, not at all.
You were going to be on 60 Minutes. Come
No,
on, you were gonna be...
no. Funny enough, I wanted to be a professional tennis player. So I grew up playing tennis from age 10 to about 18. And I wanted to be this mix of, I mean, this might be too old for some of you, but Bjorn Borg, who was one of my idols, and also Arthur Ashe. So I wanted to be a mix of those two.
Icons.
I was good, I was not great.
Do you still play?
I still play every once in a while, but it's one of those things where I realized that it was so expensive to keep going, and then I found this other love, and it was singing.
Yeah.
Thank God for us that he found it.
Did you work in the jingle department when you were in like the marketing? Because that voice, what a...
Funny enough, I worked in advertising. I did really well because it's acting. You know, you're going out there and you're really trying to sell something. You know, and yeah, and you don't try to sell the product. You try to sell the person. So, but. Oh, write that down. Yeah, write that down. Business class 101.
Hold on, we're getting a lesson.
But at night, I would audition or go to these different contests at different bars around town, and it was like a hobby. Sometimes I would win some money or trips. And one particular one, this producer of a cruise ship saw me, and he said, "I want to hire you for my cruise," and that's what got me and propelled me into this business.
I feel like for a lot of people, it starts as performing on a cruise line.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the performing career. You have the new show at 54 Below.
Love it.
Yes.
Iconic. What can we expect? I hear it's Tony's Broadway inspired.
Yes, because mostly I've been doing 54 Below now for about 8 years, and it's usually at the holiday time. So I do Christmas shows, Christmas songs, Christmas shows. And this year we decided, since I'm doing it in the summer, it's a week before the Tonys, why don't we dedicate it to what I first, you know, my first love, coming here, and musical theater. So it's going to be some things from like Don't Rain on My Parade, you know, the male version of that. There's a song called If I Ruled the World from a little known show called Pickwick. And James Brown actually sang it in a movie. Gosh, there's so many things. Try to remember, even though that wasn't a Broadway show, it was off-Broadway, but we're going to give a dedication to Jerry Orbach, who was one of my heroes as well. So it's going to be full of surprises and fun, and we have some guests. So we're really
some musical
guests.
guests.
Yes, some surprise guests.
You want to tell us?
No.
You
but,
just winked, so that means
I
that means he knows. He
I
just winked.
I'll tell you in the break.
That means he knows, and he's not telling
there's
me.
going to be some really, really good people. So.
Well,
Yeah.
well. We better
Well,
get to
and
54
speaking of the Tonys, they're right around the corner.
Right.
A ton of I mean, every year, a ton of there's a lot of wonderful shows out there, revivals, musicals, any one show or person in particular that you, Norm Lewis, are rooting for?
Well, this is what I'm going to do, because I feel like I'm going to play a politician right now, because I have so many friends that are in different shows, and I don't want to root for one over the other. So I think that all of them have won by being nominated, by being recognized, and just celebrated. That's what the Tonys are about. It's not anybody's better than anybody else. What it is that we celebrate each other.
Not you channeling Edison right there. Okay, thank you. Love it.
Sir, enjoy these cupcakes.
Thank you
for
so
your
much.
belated birthday.
Share them with the team.
Thank you again.
Thank
so
you
much.
very much. Thanks for
A real
having me.
treat.